Blog Talk Radio.
You're listening to RVD Radio.
Drop that down! The whole fucking show! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! Damn a needle! Dance of a needle! Dance of a needle! Fan assassinator! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! Again, got straight to your brain! Straight to your skull crack! You get down to straight to your brain! Straight to your skull crack! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! I will fly high! 5-star cross black! You can't stop me! 5-star cross black! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! It's all about the king of the gang! The balance of power that's in! You can't stop the king of the gang! The balance of power that's in! Drop it down! The whole fucking show! Drop it down! The whole fucking show! I will levitate! Flip kick you in the yell! I will decimate! You can prepare for! Drop it down! The whole fucking show! 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 Drop it down! The whole fucking show!
Alrighty, RVD Radio, episode whatever the fuck it is. It's a lot. I don't know what it is, but it's a bunch. But it's the first one that we've ever done, ever, on May fucking 11th, May 12th. There it is. I was buying time waiting for my fucking computer to tell me, and it was, okay, anyway, boom. Happy May 12th, 2010, everybody. I must admit, there's been quite a few deaths in our life recently. Since Canyon died, you know what I mean? Let's see, who else? My agent's wife died. A friend of ours died. We had to go to a funeral yesterday for that. Somebody else, too. There's been a lot of death, you know. But here we are. We made it, right, everybody? Oh, yeah, a fan, too. A fan, Lene Holland, that was emailing me on my MySpace, keeping me apprised of her fading condition, went at the same time, like 3 days ago. There's been a lot of that, and I don't mean to bum you out, but I actually mean for you to spin that around and look at yourself. You're here. You're still breathing. You're above ground. That's good. That's where you want to be. Happy day for all of us to be together. Will we be together May 12th, 2011? I don't know. It's a whole fucking year away. Couldn't even tell you for sure that we're going to make it to the end of any given day. Isn't that the bitch of life? Isn't that the motherfucker? That the only way that you avoid living long enough to see everybody that you know die The only way to avoid that is when you die yourself. But we accept that. People are amazingly strong. I see people dealing with a lot of grief when it comes to death, and I'm amazed at how strong people can be because they realize that, they accept it. There's nothing they can change about it. So deal with it, accept it, handle it. That's what they do, and it's impressive to see because people do carry on. They carry on no matter what. You see them go on and they struggle through all kinds of shit. Always have, ever since way back. The history, beginning of history, way back before that, when the fucking pyramids came. You guys know anything about the pyramids? I recently watched a documentary that really, really fascinated me, telling me that the pyramids were made by fucking aliens from other planets. Have you heard this? Thing is, they really, really backed it up with a lot of seeming evidence. I mean, it may not be proof, but fuck, it sure looked like that. The pyramids are amazing. We know they're like some of our 7 wonders of the world. But did you realize a couple things? Not only that contractors today say they would have a hell of a time trying to build the pyramids because they're so fucking perfect. These big rocks were the size of train cars, and they didn't have machines that we know of to move this shit. And they said it would take 20 years to build the Great Pyramid with, hundreds of thousands of slaves. And a lot of people, we accept it and say, okay, well, that's what they must have did. Turns out when you really study it, a lot of these pyramids are fascinating, like the one in Egypt, the Great Pyramid, who's supposed to be, it's located right at the center of Earth's mass, where the longest longitude and the longest latitude line intersect, and that's where that fucking pyramid is, and it's in the exact center of the compass. Amazing fact. And if you follow the lines around the world, a lot of them seem to be lined up. The pyramids are in Peru and the Polynesian Islands and Mexico and Egypt. How did these fucking primitive people, not only how do they make these pyramids, which is amazing, but how did they all know how to do that, like at the same time when they were so far apart and weren't even communicating with each other? There's a pyramid in Nazca, which I think is by Peru, and they're saying that the ground underneath this has all the elements of the earth, like all combined, the cliff notes of the earth, uranium, gold. If you were on another planet and you wanted to find out exactly what the earth had in it, bam, it's all like right there. And then there's those big drawings. Some of them are in the crops, the crop drawings. Some of them are on the side of a mountain, huge drawings, perfectly lined up, by the way. Some of those, the drawings are like perfect, and you can't see them from the ground. You can only see them from way up in the sky, and they weren't flying back then. Anyway, there's a lot that sounds like theory, and there's a lot that makes a lot of sense. Every written piece of history that recalls the events of building the pyramids seems to refer to help from people in the sky. And they have drawings of, like, people in the flying machines and spacesuits. It's amazing, all right? I bet you everyone's got an opinion. I've always thought, fuck yeah, if we're really just one little speck, one little piece of dirt in the universe, it's kind of vain to think we're the only living creatures. But who knows? I don't know anything is true outside of what I see. So I can only wonder and speculate. Like you, so you can call in and speculate on that. And when I said I want to do a show on aliens, everyone is talking. Everyone's like, which kind? I want to talk about both kinds, all right? It's in the news a whole lot about illegal aliens. I should get into this a little bit more when SVD makes it into the room because I know she's got heavy opinions on this. But here in Los Angeles, a lot of our population is Mexican. A lot of the Mexicans are here illegally, and they work. And they work a little bit cheaper, but then they don't pay taxes, and then maybe their kids get to eat for free because they're subsidized. Maybe they have welfare. Maybe they end up even being ahead of the other guy that charges a little bit more and then has to pay taxes and stuff. I don't know. So there's a lot of controversy there. And I want to talk about that too, and there's all kinds of immigration concern. You know, that's why you guys are going to call and talk about it. I got to go to my switchboard where, holy cow, I got a whole bunch of phones. Which one is Nikki? None of these. Oh, the one that says Nikki Starr. Hey, it looks like you're off mute already, Nikki Starr. Are you off mute, Nikki Starr? RVD Radio producer, Nikki Starr. Hey, I got that right, by the way. Nikki Starr, it says you're off mute. Talk to me. She won't talk to me. That's okay. I got something even better. SPD walked into the room. And you're walking out. Come in here and talk about aliens and immigration and shit. Okay, hold on. She says, okay, hold on. Okay, Nikki Starr, she must be moonlighting or something. I'm going to hit her on the iChat and see if I can find out where she's at too. But anyway, that's my tradition. I like to go to Nikki Starr and get her opinion before I go to the callers. But right now I don't know where she went. And Bobby,
I'm right here.
Nikki, where have you been?
Hey, I'm sorry, but you have a lot of calls, so I've been doing my job.
Oh, for real? Hey, I didn't just slide in today, but I was actually a little bit late. Did you notice?
No, I didn't notice because I'm used to it.
I thought that I was always, consistently, that I was getting here 5 seconds before it started, because the lady always says, your show will start in 5 seconds.
Well,
and I thought, wow, I did it again. But today I was a minute late, and she still said that. So now I know that I'm making her say that.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Even if, so you have 15 minutes to call in. Even if you called in at 14 minutes after, she would still say that. Your show will go live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So, yeah, you're late.
I made her say, oh. Okay, cool. Hey,
all right, though.
Hi,
SPD.
Hi, Nikki Starr.
Nikki, Sonia just walked into the room, so I just wanted to smarten her up to what we're talking about. And then, yeah, you heard it, too, because you were here. Or at least you said you were here, even though we think you were in the other room in a whole different office doing someone else's show. Is that what you're doing?
No, I wasn't here, but when I screen the calls, I can't hear you.
Why?
Because it's private. Look at your switchboard, how many I had to screen. Already. Where's Bruce?
You know what? He's standing us up. He says he's going to call in, but he says he can't host. He got a gig he's got to go to tonight.
Wow.
But anyway, that's cool. We'll ask him about this, too. We've seen his comedy routine a lot of times, and he has a lot of jokes about the Mexicans and immigrants. And that's basically what most of the immigrants are that we hear about living in this part of the country is the Mexicans.
Right.
Baby, we're talking about aliens, both kinds. And you have talked to Marco. Mm-hmm. Everybody here employs these illegal immigrants, so it's not everybody, I suppose. That's those people that really feel strongly about them won't employ them. But
that's my uncle.
Okay, but where we live, all the maids, all the gardeners, all the handymans, I mean, aren't they basically almost all of them in our neighborhoods all illegally here?
I'd say about 90%, yes.
Yeah, and
they're an essential part of the Southern California economy.
All right, and you've heard it from the perspective of handyman Marco, and he's explained to you about what it's like having the family in Mexico and coming up here. Is there some shit there you want to share with me and Nikki Starr and anyone else that might be listening?
Oh, God.
I'd love to hear.
Most of them actually don't want to be here. They would rather be in Mexico. It's just that they can't get work there. They can work here for 3 years and go home and retire.
Really?
Yeah, but check this out. Hey, let me just bring this up, and I'll be devil's advocate. I don't have a problem with them being here, and I actually think we should make it way easier for any immigrants who want to become U.S. citizens to become U.S. citizens. I have a problem with them not paying taxes. So become a citizen.
If we can make them legal, they will pay taxes, and they want to pay taxes.
Exactly. I agree.
They want to. That's the thing that gets me is you're penalizing people that want to do something by making it hard on them.
I agree. Now,
okay, but if they got here illegally and then you say, okay, well, since you're here anyway, isn't that kind of like, like you got a big line of people waiting to come in and whatever, to watch your movie, to hear you play the flute, Nikki Starr, and then like some people cut, and when they cut and they're in the front of the line and they fucked everyone else out of the deal, but you're like, you shouldn't have cut, but here's how I'm going to deal with it. Since you're up here anyway, I'm going to give you the same rights as everyone that was waiting in line.
They go to the back of the line and they still get the same rights.
And also, but check this out, okay? The percentage, it's actually not a very high percentage of illegal immigrants that really do want, just like she said, that really do want to become legalized, because then they would have to pay taxes. Now, there are a lot that do. So, and it's actually a really hard process. I don't think I could pass the test, just so you know. Like, it's a hard process. What I think we should do is maybe give them work visas, okay, to where they don't have to become a U.S. citizen, but they still have to pay taxes. There's a lot of things we could do to make it work better.
Absolutely. There's so many things. That's not a bad one. There's so many things that we can do to make it work better, other than putting up a fence along the border or asking people for their citizenship papers.
I don't mind the citizenship papers, but they can't do it unless they get pulled over, like for speeding or something. I don't think they should be able to ask them.
Come on. They're going to racially profile. They're not going to wait for them to speed. My friend, who is half black and half Mexican, got pulled over, and I'm not kidding you. She got pulled over because at a stop sign in front of a cop, she made a full, complete stop, but her tires were over the white line, her front tires. Now, I know I wouldn't have gotten pulled over for that. There's no way.
Not. Right.
But that was racially profiling.
But that was in California, and you guys don't have that law, right?
Right, but I'm just saying that they will racially profile. That is an opportunity for them to get away with racially profiling, and they will do it.
I knew this was a hot subject. Okay, one, I would pull you over anyway just to try to talk to you.
Because you're hot. Right.
I'm a perv. I'd be like, wow, she's kind of hot. I'm going to pull her over and talk to her. And two, Nikki Starr, do you think that extraterrestrials should be subject to the same taxes as Earthlings?
Absolutely. Without a doubt. Well, as long as they're working in America.
Okay.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
And I'm just saying, I personally feel that this is an opportunity for Arizona to racially profile. If they can prove to me that they're going to
They've already been doing it. They've already been doing it.
Yeah, I'm just not buying it. I want to hear from a Hispanic person in Arizona and see what they have to say about it.
I actually, guess what? I'm going to be having a guest who is a Hispanic person on Nikki Rocks of Politics. We're going to do a show, I think, next week. Who is?
Are you actually plugging your other show? You never do that.
I know. I'm sorry because we've been on a hiatus, but you said I could.
Absolutely, please.
The thing is, he is totally for this because he went through the process to become legal, and he thinks that illegals are giving him a bad name, which is causing this whole issue. And you know that illegal aliens send so much money that they make to Mexico. It's really not good for our economy. So let's just make it easier for them to be citizens. That's all I have to say. And then let's punish the companies who hire them or the individuals instead of the people who are being hired.
Now, what about us? Should we be punished also because we hire them?
I do. I hire illegals.
Yeah.
My maids are illegal. My gardeners are in the process of becoming legal. My handyman is illegal. And I don't mind supporting them at all because they're going to do it. They're going to do the work that I want done for a better price than I can find anywhere else. And anywhere else.
Right, from a selfish perspective, like taking care of the home, I get that, but isn't it like they're stowaways on our boat, aren't they?
So you're slave laboring them?
No, we're not slave laboring them. They get a very fair price.
No, but Nikki, I don't know if you know this or not, but Californians will tell you that the Mexicans are the hardest working motherfuckers that there are.
I agree. No, I agree with that. Anybody who knows them would know for sure, absolutely, 100%.
Okay.
I agree.
This is like a forward email that my dad sent me, and I just found it interesting. It compares Joe Legal versus Jose Illegal, right?
Yeah.
And it says, and it just goes through, okay, they both work in construction. Legal has a Social Security, makes makes $25 an hour. Jose Illegal gets $15 an hour under the table because no Social Security. So then it goes through and it goes through and breaks down. They would each make $31,231 a year, but it says Joe Legal pays medical and dental. And
no, they don't. Not in Arizona, they don't.
Joe Legal makes too much money. He's not eligible for food stamps, but Jose gets the food stamps. Jose has no documented income. He's eligible for food stamps and welfare. Joe Legal pays $1,200 a month for rent. Jose receives $500 a month federal rent subsidy. Jose Illegal pays out that $500 a month. Okay, Jose Legal.
That is just a forward.
Okay, it's just a forward, so I'm not sure if this is true, but I'm just saying it made me think about this. Joe Legal pays for insurance. Jose says we don't need any insurance. Joe Legal pays utilities, gasoline, etc. Joe Legal pays for. Jose, he stretches out and he pays what he doesn't send out of the country. It says back to Mexico.
Right.
Joe Legal now has to work overtime on Saturdays or get a part-time job to make up for the shit. Jose Illegal has nights and weekends off to enjoy with his family because of all his savings.
Okay, now part of this sending money back is also a generational poverty issue. I don't know if people realize that, but generational poverty, they expect you to help them out.
No, I understand that, and I'm okay with it, but that money being sent back could be taxed. Okay, there's lots of ways.
Absolutely, I think that's a great idea. It's just that our government isn't doing these things.
Do you want to know why? And I'll probably make all of y'all mad, but that's because the Democrats want the Hispanic vote. And so it's true. It's going to be bigger. Their vote counts.
Get it? It's going to be bigger. They're Catholic. They don't use birth control. They're going to have larger families. The voting pool will be bigger.
Dude, I'm very afraid that this is not going to be an hour-and-a-half show.
I already told you that.
You always tell me that, but I'm going to go to the phone lines real quick. That doesn't mean you have to go anywhere, Nikki Starr, because I know you got tons of points to make, and you're welcome to hang out. But every time Bobby B calls in, somehow he doesn't get through. So, Bobby B, I'm going straight to you. How's it going, Bobby B?
It's going good, bro. How you doing? Hey, Sonia, how's it going, girl?
Hey, Bobby B.
Bobby, can you feel the heat and tension stirred up already, and we haven't even gotten past Sonia and Nikki Starr yet?
I'm telling you, things are heating up fast. It's good. You know, I don't know too much about the aliens down to the Mexicans coming and stuff, but I mean, I do believe that the other aliens, that we do have them out there. I think that...
I've always thought so. A lot of people say, oh, you know what, I saw a UFO one time or this or that. Everyone's got, like, little stories like that. There's too many of those stories for it to not, add up to something. There's too much that's unexplained. But this show that I was talking about, it convinced me that we had to have advanced technology back in the day before we ever had it. Even to get inside the pyramids and to carve all the shit on the walls, the pictures of spaceships and people in uniforms, they bring up the question, how did they have the light to go in those dark tunnels and shit and carve on the walls, because there wouldn't have been enough oxygen for the flames, supposedly. But I'm fucking, that blows my mind. Why are you laughing, baby?
Absolutely. When I was like in the third, fourth grade, and I found out that the sun was a star, and I was told that there were thousands and millions of stars out there in the sky, I've never seen
none of them are as bright as RVD. Is that what they told you?
I was thinking that, hey, how could we be the only ones alive if that's, the only planet, if there's that many billions of stars out there, right? That would be pretty arrogant of us to think we're the only ones, so. And
by the way, if I haven't said this yet, isn't it pretty arrogant of us to have put an American flag on the moon if we actually really did do that? That ain't our shit. That ain't our shit. We're not, like, conquering and taking over, like, land still like they did back in, like the Persians and the fucking Spartans and shit. I mean, we go up there and put an American flag on the moon, and it goes around the whole planet? What the fuck?
What's up with that, huh?
Yeah, maybe there was another flag from another planet. Wouldn't that be bitchin'?
The Russians would have done it too, though. If they, been first up there, they'd plug their flag in that.
Yeah. All right. Well, Bobby B, we got like a ton of calls, so feel free to hang out. But I'm gonna let Anthony Hardy in.
And
it says
Bruce
it's
is
from
on
North
too.
Carolina. What's that?
Bruce is on too. He's on line 13. Do you want me to unmute him?
Yeah. Go ahead and unmute him. But hold on, Bruce. Anthony Hardy, because I know a Hardy from North Carolina, but it's not Anthony. What's up, Anthony?
Oh, no, nothing much. I know exactly which Hardy you're talking about.
You know, he's going to be calling in here in a little while. Big surprise for RVD Radio tonight. The enigmatic, fucking charismatic Jeff Hardy will be joining us pretty soon. How's that make you feel?
That I may not be able to make it in the same room as Jeff because I got things to do and whatnot. But
hang on. We're going to be on for like another hour or something, man. But go ahead, man. You called to tell us what, Anthony?
Yeah, I'm just hearing you talk about aliens and stuff made me think of that blue dabba-dee-dabba-die stuff, you know? Eiffel 65, I'm blue dabba-dee-dabba-die, dabba-dee-dabba-die, dabba-dee-dabba-die.
Whoa, what was that? And can we please put that in the file?
Who stole the fucking dope?
Dude.
What?
Anthony, man, what was that shit?
Can we do that again?
Do that again.
Me singing.
What were you singing? Dooba-dabba.
I'm blue, dabba-dee-dabba-die, dabba-dee-dabba-die, dabba-dee-dabba-die. Let's go Eiffel 65. Don't you listen to music?
Okay. Dude, Bruce Jingles, motherfucker.
Put down the dope, motherfucker. Oh, that was fucking hilarious, dude.
Dude, that was good, Anthony, man. Appreciate that, man. See if you can hang out, dude, because I got to text Jeff and send him the number, I think, here in a minute, because I always forget.
All right, cool.
Yeah. All right, cool, man. Thanks for that musical number. Bruce Jingles, thanks for joining RVD Radio, motherfucker.
Thank you, champ, motherfucker.
Dude, so you're supposed to host. Last show you hosted the show, and we talked about how good it went. We got through 3 times as many calls. You were saying, man, I'm going to have more fun with it and loosen up because I was kind of like a tight ass with a walnut up my ass. I don't know why you said walnut. That was weird. And then you stand us up, and you say, you know what, fuck it. What are you doing tonight?
I'm at the Ontario Improv.
Oh, shit, man.
Yeah, I'm on my way there now.
Well, tell the Californians what they got to do in the Inland Empire to come see you.
Go to the Ontario Mills Improv and check out a great show. It's college night, which is funny because I didn't even graduate from high school. But I'm doing a set. It's going to be great. And then on May 27th, I'm over at the John Lovitz Comedy Club on the University City Walk at 10 o'clock.
Yeah. Is there something on the 23rd you wanted to plug too?
23rd. Oh, no, that's the 3rd.
Oh, okay.
That's the gym.
All right, cool. Well, you going to be able to hang out with us a little bit?
Yeah, I can hang out.
All right, well, tell us what's up with the Mexicans.
Hey, you just racial profiles right now.
Because I thought about you and your act you do in that little that Latino town you live in called Southern California.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, man. Dude. And I agree with SVD. Oh, by the way, happy anniversary, SVD.
Thank you.
That's the 2 years of cancer-free date that he's talking about that we passed recently. Major milestone, as people that have gone through this know, because the cancer went back lower after 2 years. After 5 years, you're released back into society. It's on the
it's amazing. Yes, but I agree with Sonia that this thing that you're doing in Arizona is racial profiling, because they're not looking for Sven and fucking Helga. They're looking for Juan and Maria.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And but is it okay to employ illegal Mexicans here like we all do? Yeah, as long as the motherfuckers work.
Right, but honestly, I mean, respectfully, that's feeding the problem, though, right?
The problem's going to always be there, dude.
I guess it depends on what the problem is. Dude, are you riding a motorcycle? Pull your window up.
No, I'm at the mall. I just got to the mall. I'm walking. Windy here.
It's windy.
Yeah, let me call you back when I get inside.
Okay, because we're gonna cut you off anyway.
Okay, I'll call you back.
All right, dude. Okay. All right, Nikki, what were you trying to say? Just that Bruce sounds like shit?
Yes, I was gonna ask you if you could tell him to please call back.
All right, thanks for staying on top of shit like that, Nikki. You know, when I did my very, very first RVD radio show, the very, very first time, I didn't have Nikki Starr, right? And I didn't know, so the first thing I did was I said, I got to take a call. I don't even know if anybody can hear me. Here I am all by myself here in the studio, and I didn't want to be wasting my time talking if I didn't have the shit turned on right. So I just immediately I went to a call right off the bat. I said, fuck, can you hear me? And this motherfucker, Dan Masters, picks up the phone, and he's never called back since the very first show. And now 8,000 shows later, he's on the line again here. So going to you, Dan Masters from Georgia. What up, homeboy?
Well, I'm going to thank you for picking up the tab at the Cracker Barrel in Albany, Georgia a few weeks ago, but I don't think you picked up the tab, did you? They're still looking for us.
Ah, that's nice. You know, I usually have what Tommy Dreamer referred to a long time ago as free meal status. When me and Tommy broke into the WWE together, during a conversation one time, he was talking about the different levels of superstar status, and he said that we were at like borderline free meal status, but we weren't up to like big sponsorship money yet or something like that.
You guys were at the deal where you get the free continental breakfast, right?
Yes. We at least got that for sure.
Right.
Cracker Barrel likes to pay for my shit. They always do. And a lot of restaurants do because people come up and have me take a picture with them or sign an autograph. It's very often the manager comes over and says, hey, I appreciate you coming in. Sorry they bothered you. It's on me. And it's all good, man. It's good energy, you know. I like that.
It's a good thing you're not like Howie Mandel, germophobic, because if you had to wash your hands every time someone touched you, we'd be in trouble.
Dude, we talked about that. It's all in the timing. You know, I order, when I sit there and I wait till the food's almost ready to come, and then I go dart for the bathroom and wash my hands. Because any earlier, and even then, I might shake a hand on the way back and go, oh, fuck, he got me. Then it's just a game at that point.
Indeed.
The hand sanitizer, by the way, because I know everyone's thinking, Rob, why don't you just use the hand sanitizer and keep it with you? That shit dries my hands out. How you doing tonight, Dan Masters?
All is well in Savannah, Georgia, man. It's a good night here.
Do you guys have aliens there?
Yeah, his name is Joe Holland.
Dude, I know Joe Holland.
So is he an alien?
The airbrush artist that does all of RVD's wrestling outfits. I don't know him to be alien, no. And as a matter of fact, I've lived in Georgia, and I don't think you have any aliens of any kind there. I think you just have like one family every 300 yards. It's like a lot of nothing driving. You're driving from Macon to Albany and all that shit that I had to do on those house shows a couple of weeks ago. I was like, oh my God, I miss California.
You can't tell me you didn't see now. Do you guys have at the convenience stores and at every corner any day of the week the guys standing out there waiting to work where you just go and pick them up and you pay them day to day?
Sure, we got that. And we also have a bunch of Mexicans at the Home Depots that you can go down and hire to do anything. They stand out there. Everyone knows that. That's where you pick them up. You can show up in your van and you can say, hey, I need 5 of you. I'm going to take you to the house. I'm building a deck. And bam, bam, bam. That's how they do it, you know.
I always think that's crazy shit.
There's guys on the side of the road selling fruit and the flowers. We also have the fruit vendors on the side of the road, the flower guys, the guys pushing the little cart selling tamales, and the candy and, like, ice cream guy.
Yeah.
Fonzie, motherfucker!
Everybody knows about the Roach Coach.
They're not paying any taxes, these bastards.
Fonzie, Daddy, what's up?
You know it, Daddy. Aliens.
Yeah, how you feeling, Daddy? Good talking to you.
I'm a little bit sunburned today. I was out in the Gulf of Mexico catching hammerheads and makos and blackfin and all kinds of shit, having a good time. So I'm a little bit sunburned.
Were you cleaning up oil too?
No, it hasn't hit us yet. Hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully they can put a plug on it.
Doesn't.
I'm begging them to stop it.
Fonzie, tell me real quick, what's your opinion on the illegals that swim across the water, go through a tunnel? My phone's ringing, so I think I might be fading out. I don't know. Anyway, okay, she got it. What's your opinion on those guys? Like, they got here by illegal means. Is it okay now that they're here? Should we just say, all right, you know, you're okay now that you made it here and give them citizenship, or what?
Well, now it's a lot different, but to go back 300 years ago when fucking we took their spot, you know what I mean? But now it's a lot different since we, you know, the United States of America and all that.
What's your opinion on it, though? Like, is it a problem because, you know, they're like, they're taking our jobs and shit and they're sending money out of our country? I mean, our country's pretty fucked and we're looking for holes to fill, you know, where money's leaking out and shit. You know, we're sending a lot of it to,
we're spending billions of dollars on the medical expenses and all, you know, holding the border, putting up fences, hiring 500, custom guys, every year they hire more. My opinion on it, I mean, I don't like to give away money, but you know what I mean? Who else is going to go out there and pick our tomatoes? Not Rob Van Dam, not Bill Alfonso.
Yeah,
but you got to look at it. You got to look at it two different ways. But well, that's it's an easy subject. But you know, I don't want aliens. I want them to come over legally. Like, you know, fill out the paperwork, cross the line, and do that. But they don't. You know what I mean?
Well, all right. I think we need to get an opinion from someone from the other side. We got Robert Gonzalez. Are you sure it's not Roberto? Calling from Texas, and he allegedly is a Hispanic that used to live in Arizona. So let's let him on the lines, and him and Nikki can like fight it out and stuff. Roberto, hola. ¿Cómo está, mi amigo?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Dude, I'm doing awesome. Fucking having fun listening to everyone's opinion. I got so many phone calls. And Bruce,
man. Congratulations on the title. Congratulations on the anniversary there as well.
I kind
of actually got my own little goosebumps.
Hey, good vibes, man. So good. Appreciate you calling in too. So you used to live in Arizona and you know some illegals. Is that your deal?
Well, in a way, yeah. I mean, I literally just moved back to Texas from January. I was there for 5 years. I got married. In fact, I took my little girls to see your show at ECW out there in Phoenix. But, yeah, I got to see you and Sabu put somebody through a table. I don't remember who. But to be honest with you, my take on that is, I would like for them to have a better chance at getting in if they actually had some kind of, want to do something. I mean, I've seen a lot of people on the side who just sit back, lay back, get lazy, and do whatever. And there's actually honest people that really want to provide for their family and make a living and try and be something to this country. That's the people I would like to see get moved on.
Well, that's a good and fair opinion. Sounds like you got your head in the right place. You know, it probably doesn't surprise everybody to learn that I kind of have a hippie perspective on this. I think we're. It's one love. I mean, it's land. It's all our land.
Yeah.
This
and
land is my land.
I'm
Make me sing. Whatever that guy said, but
come and enjoy the town. Come enjoy yourself.
I don't mind. I don't mind like take all the borders and all this, but when we're talking about our currency and our economy, I mean, it's definitely relevant to consider the fact that that's something that's definitely not, at least so far I can't see it as productive for our economy. The fact that we do ship the money out of the country like that, and that they take other jobs here, and it's like, I've never thought of it as a problem, but just from taking the perspective of, hey, our economy sucks, we're about to get sold to China, and there's a lot of people talking about immigrants, stopping them, other people saying, no, fuck it, let them become Americans, they want to be Americans, so I really, you're not going to see me out there picketing either way, you know what I mean? Like I said,
no, and I know people that were calling me up going, I'm going to picket, and I'm like, well, you're going to do what you're going to do, what you believe in.
Right. Right. And I'm just
things I told Nikki was,
I'm interested in hearing everybody else's opinion, on this. It's but it is part of our life for sure, Roberto.
Yeah, I'm actually, like I said, I'm kind of glad I got out of there just in time because, to be honest with you, I mean, I've been pulled over. I've sadly got this ugly ass bright green car that looks like 420. To be honest with you, I'll send you a picture if you want it. But yeah, I mean, I'm a cop magnet in that thing. And I'm sure I'd be pulled over just for the way I look as well. I mean, I've seen it happen before. What happened? I sped up a little bit just to get through a red light in time, and then I ended up getting pulled over immediately. One, because my windows were down, and I, of course, am Mexican, but at the same time, a bright-ass green car.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay, but I also want to add at the same time you went through a red light.
All right.
Went through a red light. I would have got pulled over too. Go ahead, Nikki Starr. And while you're doing that, I'm going to text Jeff Hardy the phone number.
Okay. Yeah, tell him to call in. That would be good. So, Robert, do you have a problem having to carry your driver's license, and showing that you're an American citizen?
If at all times, I mean, to be honest with you, no. I mean, I'd rather have it on me than not have it on me at all. It's a matter of if somebody came up to me physically and said, hey, let me see it, boy, then I'd, be a little freaked out or pissed off.
I agree. You know what they do let me tell you what they do in my little town, okay? They do this 4 nights out of the week. It doesn't matter how you get to the town. There's only 4 little lights that you have to get to the town. They stop every single person, no matter what you look like. If you're out after 11 o'clock, you're stopped, okay, when you stop at the light. And they ask for your ID, and if they think you've been drinking, they give you a breathalyzer. There's no racial profiling. It's whether you're white, black, orange, green, blue, it doesn't matter. And they don't here in this county, there are no DUIs. I can't tell you the last time there's been an accident involving anything like that. And so for me, since I date a man he's from Greece and he looks Hispanic, we just got used to it. We just carry it with us all the time. I would rather, that they do that and be safe. And, I wouldn't like walking down the street doing nothing and having somebody say, show me your papers, though. So I can agree with that.
Yeah.
Wait, Nikki Starr, one thing I find it hard to believe, you're saying that the cops or anybody wouldn't feel any different about that driver if that person's color was blue?
Well, they actually might, but they might think that you were at a party.
A Smurf party.
Hey, Smurf parties are fun there.
Yeah. All right, well, thanks for the call, Robert. Appreciate you calling in, and we should take some others, too, because I ain't staying out here all night, Nikki Starr.
Come on.
I still think we're getting out of here in 45, but we'll see. We'll see. You know how it goes,
Robert.
man. Sometimes we're having a good time, man. Let's see what Matthew from Texas brings to RVD Radio tonight. What up, Matthew?
That's a hello for San Antonio. RVD in the house.
Fucking hey, man. Let me give you one of these RVD motherfuckers in Texas.
RVD, motherfucker! Yes, thank you. I needed that.
Jingles ain't here to do it for us, motherfucker.
That's close enough.
Right on, dude.
Anyway, about this whole alien thing. Just 2 weeks ago, I heard a story floating around San Antonio that over in my hometown, Floresville, there was a UFO up in the sky somewhere. And I'm scratching my head going, now why would our town attract aliens? And I thought, oh, wait a minute, since our town, Texas is right next to the border, that would already automatically attract aliens, since we're like right in between Mexico and Texas.
Is that where Roswell is, or Roswell is the place where all the aliens are supposed
New
to be held?
Mexico.
Yeah, Texas is one of the places where all the Mexicans come to. And you have cousins of cousins of cousins of cousins of cousins of cousins of cousins. It's a huge process. Listen, and take it from me, I should know. My girlfriend's a true Mexican.
All right, joining us, finally, like, where the fuck have you been? Oh, we still have your old shit up there? I'm not going to play that. I'm going to play this one. It is
Officer X, motherfucker!
Officer X, speak to us. Oh, you ain't even going to talk? Officer X. Doesn't he do this every time? Like, every week when Officer X calls, I talk to him for 5 minutes, and then I think it's a joke. Like, he has me saying, you're not on, talk to me, and then has me begging, eating out of his hand, and then eventually he'll say, oh, I'm right here. I'm here. With his Massachusetts-like accent. All right. Hey, Dan Masters, what do you got to plug?
Hey, danmasterslive.com. That's DANMASTERSLIVE.com. RVD interviews from when I was a youngster on there somewhere.
I have known Dan Masters forever, and as he always tells me, and some of the fans also brought to my attention when I was in Georgia at those house shows a couple of weeks ago, RVD is still the Cordele City champion. What year did I win that belt?
He finally relinquished the title, and I actually have the historic Cordele City title that Rob Van Dam held for all these years. And if you want it bad enough, contact me, danmasterslive.com. We'll work out a deal. I got to pay my legal fees, legal issues up the next couple of weeks and months ahead. So get in touch, and I'll sell it to you.
Again, next time, I don't care how cute he is, you get his ID and make sure he's old enough.
All right, good night, guys.
See, that was good.
RVD, motherfucker!
That's right, Daddy.
Thank you, Fonzie. That was funny. All right, Dan, I'm not saying you got to go, but I wanted to make sure you squeeze in some plugging before you do go. And Matthew from Texas, thank you for the call. And now I'm going to go to regular... Oh, fuck. Shit, almost knocked something off the table. Sorry. Okay. As I was saying, Michael Porter, motherfucker.
Hello, RVD.
Hello,
SPD.
Michael Porter. How are you?
SPD, happy 2-year anniversary, SPD.
Thank you, Michael Porter.
With me, it's about almost 29 years. So,
no
so
shit.
we're both.
Well, that's good on you, sir.
Yeah, we are both so very fortunate. That's a nasty disease, and I've lost friends and family to it. But I've survived it twice. If I can survive, anybody can survive.
Yeah, everyone has a different deal. It's usually in the detection, early detection of cancer. Usually people, if they find out and it's already progressed and it's too late, then they're fucked. We just buried a friend yesterday. This guy, let me mention this story, just because there might be some hardcore fans or fans that have seen me. Wow, spit this out real quick. Anybody remember that show Ultimate Revenge that I did? Because hey, will you answer? Okay. I did this TV show a long time ago called Ultimate Revenge when I first moved out here in California. Okay. And I went to this guy's house, and there was hidden cameras all over his house. The guy didn't know about it. His wife had set him up, and he was the biggest wrestling fan ever. And the joke was a limousine pulls up, and some guys in suits, the driver, agent, whatever, knock on the door, and they ask this guy, Monkey, a friend of my now friend, hey, can our client use your phone? The limo broke down. We got no cell reception up on the hill. And he says, okay, sure. And I walk in, and this guy's like, you're Rob Van Dam. He's like, I mean, you don't understand. You don't understand. I mean, I'm a huge fan. And I'm like, yeah, all right, whatever. Hey, you got anything to eat? And I go through his refrigerator and end up kicking my feet up. And the guy's showing me stuff that he's got off eBay that he lies to his wife about how much he spent the money on, autographed chairs because he's such a fan. And I end up showering in his house. I end up calling a buddy over and telling him to bring some girls, and we're partying, in his house. The buddy that I called over was Ryan Seacrest, by the way. And then he's got girls, and then the wife is arguing with him, saying, we got to go. I'm telling the guy, look, man, she's got to go. She's a bore, man. What are you doing with her anyway? We'll get some hotter chick. You know, it was just really like being an asshole, and that was the joke. And she ends up pushing me into the pool. If anybody remembers seeing that, I remained friends with them for since then, and now we're very close with Carl, his wife, who set him up, who was a very good friend of ours, and we always look forward to hanging out with them. She actually just passed from melanoma. Sorry, and it was bad. And anyway. 8 months. They found it, and then it got all over. It was in her brain and radiation, and then they kept popping up. It was an ugly situation. I mentioned at the beginning of the show that because, as I say, happy May 12, 2010. Not everyone that heard me say 2 weeks ago, happy April 20, whatever the fuck it was able to hear that today. You know, and it's significant. You know, be grateful for every day. We're happy. We're on RVD Radio. We got a shitload of callers. Michael Porter, you're now in Hollywood, longtime California. And what's your opinion on all the aliens?
Well, as far as the immigrant aliens, I think they have a right to come here and work as long as they register, if they pay their taxes. I think that if they were to send money back south, that should be taxed right when they send it. That might help out some, but it might not.
Michael Porter, do you think that there's a worse, issue, or there's more illegal immigrants in Southern California than Northern California, or do you think it's pretty equal?
Well, I think Southern California has many more because, you know, like I said, well, it's closer to the Mexican border. But we do have, when I lived up in Northern California, up in Marysville, just north of Sacramento, there were illegal aliens up there as well. Because if you see a bunch of Hispanics and you yell "Border Patrol," watch them scatter. You know, people would do that just for fun. You know, I don't think it's funny, but I'm just saying it's a fact of life that just about any place you go, you will find illegal aliens.
What about the other kind of aliens, the ones from outer space? And does anyone know, by the way, that Mexico City has like one of the highest number of UFO sightings in the world? Just a little random fact there about, since we're talking about Mexicans being illegal.
Well,
have their own illegal Mexicans or their own illegal aliens in the sky?
Well, maybe aliens attract aliens. You never can tell.
Well, all right. Anyway, UFOs are just unidentified objects, so fuck anything that you don't know. Anything that you can't identify, you don't know what it is technically a UFO, so I'm always, a little, I'm like, maybe not, but let me try again to get Officer X to talk to us. Will you speak to us?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Hey,
Officer X, Daddy. What's up?
Nikki Starr, why can I not hear Officer X?
We hear him.
Because you're fucked up.
Officer X, motherfucker!
Oh, I hear him. I got you. Okay, I got you. I wasn't, you know what? Sonia did a switch of the phones because that one was dying and she didn't have this on speaker, and boom, boom, we're good now. Officer X, is it a problem up there in fucking the northeast cold-ass armpit of our country? No, I'm just joking. In Massachusetts, where you're at, do you often have to deal with people that don't even belong in our country legally?
All the fucking time.
Are you serious? Like, is that a high percentage of the people that you have to deal with?
It's probably at least 20, and it's triple that in the summer.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you see, what it is because we're Connecticut, and there's a lot of agriculture, so people come to pick vegetables and stuff for the summer.
For the summer?
Yeah, summer employment with the vegetables and stuff.
Summertime. All right, but so do you think that probably they should go? We should sweep them out, or do you think make them part of society, make them contribute and you know, fucking legalize them now that they're here? What's your opinion on that?
It's tough. I mean, you'll get a ton of and the Mexicans get picked on lately, but I mean, there's a lot of Irish in Boston and New York, and there's everything. A lot of people don't pay their taxes, but the biggest problem we have in this area is you'll get a lot of people come work the farms, and they'll get drunk and smash the cars. They don't show up to court. No one knows who they are.
They're the Irish. The Irish are way too loud when they drink.
Yeah.
Hey!
It's true. It's true. They like to sing really, really loudly.
Not like that on the international tours.
No. Speaking of, just posted a new episode at robvandam.com, new RVD TV episode. This is the last AWR tour I did in France, and all the Irish kids are on this one. And at the end of it, they sing. They sing a big song to one of the guys. That's how at the end of the show. They did that all the time. They would drink and sing, and I just assumed that was like part of being Irish. Is that stereotyping?
Yeah,
it is, right?
Yeah, it is, 100%. It's a real cultural thing.
Well, hey, I didn't. So do you think that if we didn't have illegal immigrants, Officer X, that crime would actually be down?
Yeah, to an extent, because you got to realize that they provide problems in several areas. Number one is they're constantly victimized by other groups. No one knows who they are. They hit the hospitals, the schools, and if you're going to be here, pay your freight. We got enough layabouts than people not contributing. We got way too many takers and not enough givers. That's why we're in the situation we're in.
WWE has one too many taker. Harry Slash, thanks for calling RVD Radio.
Yo, what up, Rob?
Harry Slizash.
What up, Sonia? Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Hey, let me point out the philosophical thing. Technically, wasn't America built by illegal aliens?
Yes.
The whole fucking country was, Harry.
Yes, okay. And look what happened. When we came over, the Native Americans welcomed us with open arms, and boy, did we fuck them over. So aren't we looking at the same thing right now?
I wish I bought Manhattan for $24.
You and me.
I know, shit.
What a fucking score.
Hey, Rob, I saw that same show you were talking about with the ancient aliens. They brought up a point that I'm surprised you didn't catch up on, that it could have been the aliens that basically foresaw creative design, or whatever that third theory of evolution is right now.
I don't know what you're talking about, so explain, please.
Okay, it's the third theory of evolution.
Oh, you mean as far as like transcending, like the Mayans may have transcended from a physical state to a spiritual state, right?
No, I saw that one as well. No, but what one of the scientists brought up is creative design, which is, the third theory of evolution, creationism, evolution, and now intelligent design. That it could have been the aliens.
Oh, right. Well, yeah, that's, I think, okay, thank you for bringing that up. I mean, that automatically goes, like, if aliens were here, someone's calling me, oh, that's Sean Stasiak calling in on the other line. If aliens were here back...
Fucking asshole should know there's a show going on.
It's possible they created us, right?
Yes, that's what they brought up on that show. And the whole thing with the Egyptians and the Aztecs were the elongated skulls that they were drawing on certain people, and with the bigger eyes, which looks like every alien interpretation, everybody that says they've been abducted, when they give a description of their abductors, it's like the big heads with the big glass eyes, and there are images that were carved into the pyramids that look just like that.
That's scary shit. That means your great-great-great-great-grandmother banged an alien.
Very true, very possible.
Bruce, you're not on hold, by the way. He's texting me saying he's on hold, but we can hear you if you talk, Brucey Bruce.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Okay, man, that's cool. Matter of fact, we got a bunch of people online. Like, everyone say hello at the same time, and you'll say, oh, wow. All right, anyway, fascinates me, Harry. And also, the fucking Stonehenge and those other big rocks, whatever the fuck they're called, and the big rocks that look like faces. And
they did not have the technology to lift something that heavy back then.
Yeah.
They interviewed someone that builds like skyscrapers, and he basically explained they don't have cranes today.
that can do that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
so,
look at Easter Island too.
Yeah.
What is it?
Easter Island. They have those figureheads or whatever.
Yeah.
Yep.
And there's like hundreds of them, if I'm not mistaken, all over the island. And each one weighs like 3 tons.
Yeah, they didn't have Halliburton back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so yeah, we don't. We're all on the same page there. That shit's fascinating, and plus, you know, the drawings they have of the flying machines, people in spacesuits, and they say in the Bible will take credit and say, well, they meant God or angels, but they say they had help from like the guardians of the sky. That's who helped them build the pyramids and all that shit.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yes.
Do you believe in aliens?
Yeah, I do. But I mean, I believe it's possible, Nikki. But if you remember, I also believe that it's possible that nothing exists outside of what I can see. I think that's possible too. So, like, when I watch
UFO,
you guys might all just be extras in my life. For all I know.
Right. Who on here ever has seen a UFO?
I have in the middle of the desert. It looked like a shooting star, but I know it wasn't a shooting star because it changed direction. And shooting stars go straight. This thing turned around and went back.
Hey, who's in a helicopter, by the way? Someone?
I think
Ghetto Bird?
Obama. No, Obama's doing a guest set.
If that's our UFO sound effect, then we need to readjust. Yeah.
I'm in the war zone right now.
Yeah, the defense is following you.
I need some new sound bites. I got somebody supposed to be getting me some. He might be. Is he listening in that room?
Have him.
Yeah, we need.
What stuff?
Yeah. All right. Hey, but anyway, fuck it. What?
Have him send him to me.
Okay, I will. He's working on it. Hold on, baby. Let me take this call. David from Sacramento. Been holding for a while. Welcome to RVD Radio.
David, motherfucker.
Nice.
Yeah, I've been working on that.
Hey, David, thanks for sending Michael Porter down to L.A. Didn't he come from Sacramento?
North of Sacramento.
Northern Sacramento, yeah. So David sent you down here. Thanks for that, and Pepper, motherfucker.
All right.
Good job, you guys. You guys are taking my job. All right, awesome.
Because we know we can't count on you anymore because you just stand us up whenever you like it. David, how you feeling?
Oh, you suck.
First things first, man. I gotta say, big props for winning that title from AJ. Big props.
I appreciate that, man. That was pretty awesome.
I also want to say, happy anniversary song to your wife, man.
Appreciate that, baby.
Great.
Yeah.
So besides that, aliens, rather it be illegal or the ones all the way up in the unknown, I'm like, as long as they're not messing with me, I'm fine. You know, man, I'm living my life. They're living theirs. And if they got lasers up in space, don't aim them at me. I mean you no harm. Illegals, do your thing. I'm all for equality, but like.
All right, hey, David.
Laser, motherfucker.
Think there are aliens, David, in outer space?
I believe there are some other forms of life. I mean, like there is a dark side of the moon. That,
ooh, sing it, Bruce.
Pink Floyd.
No,
love
it's
it,
not
baby.
Pink Floyd. It's fucking Ozzy Osbourne, right?
No, Bark at the Moon.
Damn it.
Let's bark at the moon.
No music, and I was impressed at myself for a second there, but what's wrong? I should never argue with anybody on music. I know, that's pretty good. That's boring. Sing it anyway, motherfucker.
I'm not singing right now. I can't sing for shit, dude.
Call yourself.
Bark at the Moon. You want me to sing Bark at the Moon from Ozzy?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll take it. Take it.
I don't remember the words. Fuck. Like, fuck at the moon, motherfucker. How about that?
Okay, that's...
Fuck at the moon.
If you would, please watch your language just for 1 second and be courteous to Justin from Florida, a 12-year-old fan calling in to RVD Radio. Glad to have you. What up, Justin?
What's up?
And boom, we're enjoying another night on the radio. Calling in a few minutes. I'm expecting Paul London to call, and also in a few minutes, 5 minutes or so, Jeff Hardy. And Shannon Moore. You a big wrestling fan, Justin?
Yeah, I've been watching wrestling for years now.
You watching TNA?
Yeah, you know, I didn't really watch TNA before, but I heard that you signed and I started watching it. Big change.
Right on, man. Cool, man. Hey, what do you think about aliens? Are there aliens like from other planets?
Well, I think that
Ever seen one?
People are saying there's 9 different planets and there's not one alien. Like.
Oh, so you think that they're probably in our solar system somewhere?
Yes.
Right on, man.
Wait a minute.
Cool.
Hello?
Hello?
There's
Hello?
9 different planets and you can't tell me there's not one alien.
You can't tell them that, Bruce. You can't tell them that.
Yeah, there's got to be one Mexican on the planet. I think there's Mexicans on Pluto.
Pluto's not a planet anymore.
Oh, that's right.
They declassified it.
Okay, Saturn then.
It did in some states. I think one state made it a planet.
Oh, what state was that? Arizona.
What happened?
Arizona made it a planet.
Okay, who's going to make the obvious joke of there's probably aliens in Uranus?
She'll make that joke. All right. Thanks for the call, Justin. Do you guys, Harry Slash, you'll appreciate this. How about when Orson Welles did that? War of the Worlds. War of the Worlds, right?
People were jumping out the windows, committing suicide.
36 or 37, I think that was, man, and people thought it was real.
They thought it was real.
Like everybody did. They were panicking. Like everybody was listening to the radio, and they thought they were listening to reports of Martians coming down with angry gunfire or something, right? And people were like, they were scared. They were, everyone overloaded the phone lines to the police stations. And
have you ever heard it? Have you ever heard the broadcast?
Yeah, it's actually on...
only in bits on documentaries. I've never heard the whole thing.
There's parts of the broadcast where they interrupt the show to give a news...
With a news bulletin.
And people thought that those were real interruptions of, like, some ballroom show or some dance show. You know,
right, and then Orson took, like, dramatic, like, really long pauses and breaks with saying nothing to make it seem like shit was fucked up, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. You know, that particular angle right there is why RKO hired him and gave him the best deal ever to make what eventually was Citizen Kane. But he had everything: casting rights, editing rights, directing, fucking final say, everything. They gave it to him. He was like 24 years old. RKO gave him this fucking contract, you know, to make 3 movies with total control. It was all because of that, too, because of that fucking War of the Worlds gimmick he pulled.
Yeah.
Okay, the thing is, though, when that broadcast was going on, there were still commercials. People didn't realize, you know, when they said, we'll be back to, I forget what the name of the program was, but it was a weekly drama that Orson Welles was doing. It was like a series, you know, and like they would, you know, do the fake news broadcast and then return back to the Starlight Ballroom where an orchestra was playing, and then they'd cut to a commercial from the Blue Coal Network, and they'd say, we'll be back to Orson Welles' rendition of War of the Worlds. You know, after these messages, people just ignored that and went buck nuts.
Yeah, because they were too fucking scared.
They went crazy. I mean, there were people who got shot over that. There was
Seriously?
there was martial law declared, and here's some 24-year-old kid which basically flipped the entire country on its ass.
There were people killing their neighbors of like years because now suddenly they thought they were aliens.
Strange noises, anything, and I think the town that they were talking about in New Jersey, where they supposedly had landed, that the roads leading out of that area became super congested. I forget what part of New Jersey they said the aliens landed, but the highways leaving that area became like a major traffic zone.
Probably Newark. It was probably Newark.
No,
Joe from Michigan, thanks for calling RVD Radio. Talk to us.
All right.
You've been waiting a while, Joe. Appreciate that, dude. You enjoying the show?
Yeah, I'm a long-time fan. It's worth the wait.
Appreciate that, man. What's going on tonight, man? You got an opinion on these aliens?
Like you said earlier, how aliens attract aliens. Based on history, I would say that's true because most sightings in like the USA area have been towards the borders of the country. Like, you haven't heard very many stories about the whole of the country having alien sightings. It's always been by the borders or by the coast, which also brings around the Bermuda Triangle, which is also by the coast of many countries. It seems like most of the major sightings are by the borders.
Now, you suppose there's something to that?
To the Bermuda Triangle?
Yeah, because I mean that's like I've always been amazed with that. Whenever someone says there's a trip to Bermuda, I'm like, no, fuck, don't go. You might disappear. A lot of shit happened there, right?
Yeah. Do you believe it? Do you believe in the Bermuda Triangle?
What do you mean, I believe in it? It's there.
I don't deny it. I don't say I 100% believe it, but I do understand the facts because if I'm not mistaken, I believe they had a whole naval aircraft like disappear.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
That's some crazy shit. Bruce, I know you're trying to split, but hold on, motherfucker, because I want to introduce you to my next caller, the enigmatic, the charismatic, fucking cool motherfucker partner, Jeff Hardy.
Jeff Hardy, motherfucker.
Yeah, and do a Shannon Moore, motherfucker, Bruce.
Shannon Moore, motherfucker.
I didn't know if y'all knew this, man, but I am actually from the Bermuda Triangle.
Dude, I didn't know idea, but that explains a lot.
Yeah. Right on. How you doing?
Fucking awesome. There's all kinds of static there's background noise. I don't know who that is. Fonzie, good. Joe from Michigan, thanks for the call. Officer
What's up,
X.
Daddy?
Usually Officer X. Is that you, Officer X, with a bunch of fucking noise?
No, stop the bullshit, will you?
All right, man. Don't be watching the pornos on your laptop while you're on the RVD radio, because we hear that shit. All right, man. Jeff Hardy, thanks for calling in, dude. How you doing?
Good, dude. Good. I'm enjoying this, man. I heard a little bit of the alien discussion. That was pretty interesting right when I tagged in. So, yeah, this is pretty cool, man. My first time on your show, and I appreciate it.
Fucking A, we appreciate it, too. We're talking about both kinds of aliens, like here in California, it's a huge deal that like 99% of our population are illegal Mexicans that they have all our jobs and shit, and then people like me, like we help feed the problem because we have them cutting our grass and cleaning our house and painting our shit, and so I don't suppose in North Carolina that you probably have to deal with that much.
Yeah, we deal with it a little bit, man. It's almost magical. It's like two guys when they give one guy a hip toss and they don't even touch him, but he magically flips somehow.
Yeah,
kind of like that. When they're so good, right?
I see what you're saying. Hey, by the way, Bruce Jingles, you used to sound like Samuel Jackson. Like he started doing the motherfuckers saying that he was going to do a GPS with Samuel Jackson's voice. That would say, "Hey, motherfucker!" Yeah. Oh my God, what was that, dude? You just echoed. Dude, that was like you were on a Mr. Microphone that time.
I know. I'm in the hallway. I am God, motherfucker.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so anyway, boom, boom, fucking hip toss, and they fucking go anyway.
Yeah, no, man, it's magical. And speaking of magic, man, the Book of Dillygas becoming really popular, and Shannon Moore, the Prince of Punk's right beside me. He's going to join us as well.
Dude, throw him on the line, man. We want to talk to Dillygas.
And the Book of Dillygas, man, if anybody's written a Book of Dillygas, it's RVD.
Shannon Moore, explain to us Ink, in case we're totally brainless and don't understand what ink means.
And honestly, man, ink, I don't know.
That's awesome. It's very hard to figure out.
Yeah, ink. Which one's ink, man? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I think it's all perspective. You know, it's like the chicken and the egg, the yin and the yang.
Yeah,
it's a meal, it's a mazel.
Pepsi, the Coke. I don't know.
The jackass.
Yeah.
This phone conversation is pretty cool, man. 'Cause, like, every time Shannon talks, he echoes in my phone, and like, it's like we're all together here on this magical phone line, man. You're on the West Coast, we're on the East Coast, and this station's in New York. Is that correct?
Actually, I don't know where the fuck it's at, because I'm in California, and Nikki Starr, my producer, is in Arizona, right?
North Carolina.
Oh, you're in North Carolina? That's where Jeff Hardy and Shannon Moore are at.
Yes,
That's
I
right.
know.
That's my girl, I think. Yeah. Oh, jump from the ladder.
I already told him I loved him.
Yeah.
That's magic.
Now I feel kind of out of place because I'm out here in California with Bruce Jingles.
Yeah, we're smoking out.
Hey, that's cool, man.
Sunday afternoon.
Oh, okay.
You guys got the best herb out there.
Yeah, you got that shit right.
Yeah.
I see that.
I miss it every time I'm in Florida and everyone's bragging about their hay. It's like, hey.
None of that talk. It's illegal.
The stuff will get you higher than a hippie in a helicopter.
Jeff, Officer X is our anonymous police official, and he joins us, so he always answers any legal questions that he can relate to and shit, you know.
I love it.
Jeff, I'll see you guys at the convention this weekend.
What convention?
That one in Jersey.
Oh, yeah. We just got added on to that, actually. We're doing 2 shows, in Illinois. And then, we just recently got added to that, me and Shannon, Saturday. So, it'll be my first time appearing there, so I'm pretty stoked to be a part of that. And then we head down to Orlando for all kinds of, TNA action. So it's going to be a long week.
Hey, plug that to Officer X. Where and when is that convention that he's going to be at?
Monroe, New Jersey, Saturday. www.legendsofthering.com.
Monroe, New Jersey. Okay.
And don't forget to come by and see Tommy Dreamer, Buell McGillicuddy, and Maria Kanellis, and Stevie Richards will be there at my table.
Sweet. Oh, that's a good group. Cool.
Good group of people.
Dude, man, it's going to boom now. Tell them RVD sent you and get a 2% discount, right?
Every time we try to get him there.
Oh, man, Nikki's awesome. She just put Nikki Starr just put a link to that website in the chat room that fucking quick. Isn't she awesome?
Hey, how about this one? Doing what you love is the cornerstone of having abundance in your life.
That one's too long for me. Did we talk to John from Missouri yet? I don't remember. I don't think so. John from Missouri, what up?
Hey, what's up, RVD?
John, you're on the line with RVD, with Jeff Hardy, Shannon Moore, Fonzie, SVD, Officer X, and Bruce Jingles, motherfucker.
Missouri, motherfucker!
It's a complete honor to talk to you guys, man.
Right on, man. We appreciate that shit, man. We're talking about aliens, but at this point, we understand, man. We'll take a question and get that out the way first, because we got some superstars out here.
I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Who? Officer X? Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, see you guys the weekend. Don't forget, Dreamer, Bueller, Maria. Thanks, Stevie Richards. Bye-bye.
Officer X, bye-bye, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Man, I thought he would never leave.
Damn cops.
All right, cool. Hey, Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard about the theory that the pyramids were actually built by aliens?
Yeah, I think I've heard that. Roughly has something to do with, some kind of alignment with the stars.
All that shit, yeah. They're the longitude, latitude lines, the fucking soil that they're built on, the size of them, the fact that they're so fucking huge and so perfect, and like they're perfect. Some of them are perfectly symmetrical, that their shape, and there's other like walls, where there's grooves that are like perfect. And they didn't have the equipment to do that shit. But anyway, I've always heard stuff like that, but I never paid that much attention. But I was watching some documentary, and it kind of opened up my mind to it. And how How fucking fascinating is that? I mean, it makes me feel like the whole world is like the island on Lost, you know, like trying to, you know, like what the fuck was here before us? It makes sense, like all this shit. Something with advanced technology might have left the pyramids and the Stonehenge and the fucking, those big drawings in the fucking sand and in the mountain that you can only see from the sky. All that shit could, I mean, who knows, it could have something to do with why we're here.
It could, man, and it has a lot of, yeah, when you think about it, there's a lot of weird meaning because, you know, I got into that, that was years ago when I watched some documentaries and whatnot too, but like, when you study like the man-made, you know, aspect of like, you know, man, you know, building the pyramids, it's crazy because there was all these stories about they took these boats upriver to get the certain big-ass rock that completed one brick, however, whatever made all the, you know, complete pyramid. It's like, how in the world did that happen back in that time? So how did, you know,
some of them, I mean, there's all different pyramids, but some of them, they say it took 20 years having, like, thousands of men working on it, and it sounds like bullshit because those rocks were, like, really big and heavy, and the fact that they were built similarly in Egypt and Mexico and fucking Peru and the Polynesian Islands and, you know, all these other places around the world, but they might actually all be, like, lined up with significance, too. It's some fucking really bizarre shit.
It's expensive as hell, too.
I think it's pretty cool watching these jackasses try to recreate it and try to, like, roll these rocks and stuff, and it's like, dude, you can't do it. Just give up, man. Just believe in the aliens.
They were saying that even with today's technology and equipment and shit, that we may not be able to build the pyramids today, and that's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
I would like that's a cool. You know, even you think about back when the dinosaurs and all that was around, and however the continents got split. If something was here, because how you know they think Earth's been around, you know, billions and millions of years or whatever it has been. It's just so intriguing to think about all the possibilities it could have happened to create, you know, what we are now. And now I think technology's ran so wild. I mean, it's like, man, planet Earth is just, we're so advanced. How much more advanced can we get? You know, I guess the question is, how much longer will Earth survive with all these natural disasters and shit that's happening these days?
Not to mention, we're going to overpopulate in probably like 150 years.
I believe that so much.
200 years ago, there wasn't hardly anybody the population was down, and there was like land wasn't even like discovered yet and shit. And now it's just like there's so many people everywhere, and everyone's having kids. And where the fuck are they burying bodies? By the way, why has that land not been completely consumed by cemeteries?
Right. Yeah. Good question.
I don't understand that. If we've been burying bodies since they've been dying, then it seems like we would have run out of land, but if we don't bury them in the same place. But anyway, all kinds of shit like that is going to happen. But I'm comfortable with knowing that there's certain shit that I'm not going to know. Most people are uncomfortable with it. They got to choose to believe something. That's how organized religion is, too. It's like they got to choose to believe something. It's like, well, I know in my heart that this is true. No, you don't. You don't fucking know that. You're choosing to feel like you know it because that makes you feel secure because you're afraid saying, I don't know. But one theory I have is all the unknown could be the same. Like what we think are ghosts, what we think are aliens, what we think are God, that all could be the unknown. Like it could just be whatever the higher power is that could have created us with a plan.
Exactly, dude. I totally agree. A lot of people, you know, when we speak about it, and we'll get into this deeper, like sometime in the future, but even like ultimately, like you can read the Bible all you want to, and you have your, you know, but nothing's going to be fact as far as what happens when we die. There's only one way to find that out, and that's to die. But then as far as that, when people ask me about faith, I say, ultimately for me, I mean, I have faith in the unknown, and I'm so cool with that. I said, I'm so cool with not knowing what's going to happen because it's so deep. I mean, we can't understand that on a human level, and that's what I truly believe.
Right, but it's still, but like searching for that answer, there's still growth in that. Like even knowing that we're never going to know exactly the answer while we're alive, we can still better ourselves by growing that relationship, you know, by trying to understand it more, right?
Of course.
I mean, that's how I am. I mean, I find myself, I found myself like spiritually advancing, like especially over the last few years since I left WWE, and it definitely affects everything in my life. I feel more like I'm more sure that I'm on the path, and I feel like I'm more connected, and I understand what that's like more. So then I know when I'm not connected. All of that, you know, even knowing like that I'm never going to know what God is, I still feel like I can grow my relationship with that unknown.
Yeah, that's so true, man. I agree 100%.
Hey, the fans in the chat room want to know what's a dilligaf.
What is a dilligaf?
It's an exotic animal, man.
It's an exotic animal. It's kind of, if you took Jeff Hardy and you mated him with like a rhinoceros and it had ostrich legs, that would be a dilligaf.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
If anybody sees one of those, please call into the show before we close.
Yeah, please. Yeah, man, that's a beautiful. I can see that in my mind right now, man. It's just, you know, anything's possible, man. The dilligaf could be that. But one cool thing about dilligaf, you know, I mean, I think a lot of people knows what that stands for, man. It's all about confidence and being positive in life and, like, basically not caring what anybody else thinks about you. Sometimes I go out with the goofiest looking paint on my face, and I'm like, I don't fucking care. It's like I'm an artist, and I go out there, and that shows confidence. Like, that's when kids, I see kids come to shows, and their faces are painted all weird, and not perfect by any means, but, like, good for you, man. You came to the show, and you knew all these people were going to be around you, and you didn't give a fuck. And just because you're my fan, and, like, you know what, so I'm a big believer in that. As far as confidence in yourself, and not letting what people think bother you, man. Just be who you are, and, I mean, and know that you're good at life, and you're good at what you do, and you're very positive, you know, in any aspect of what we are.
Dude, that's awesome. Do you think that kids in junior high should get tattoos on their faces?
Yeah, maybe. I think maybe whatever their football number would be, like maybe under their left eyeball. No, I'm just kidding. No, that's a little too young. They really don't know who they are at that stage in life. I would say at least wait till you're 18, you know, and at least get out of your parents' home and you know you're providing for yourself and whatnot.
Hey, Shannon Moore, let me ask you a serious question. Someone comes to the tattoo shop, a kid, a boy that's like what, like?
He was like 8.
Okay, an 18-year-old boy comes into your shop and says, I would like to have a tattoo right here, and he proceeds to put his finger on his lower back, the tramp stamp, and it says, what did it say, baby?
Oh, my God.
All you need is love.
Wait.
He says, I want to get a tattoo right here at the bottom of my spine that says, all you need is love. How,
With the sheet music.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah, I saw that today on the...
Man, that's whatever.
Funny.
My question was, would you laugh at that guy or just go ahead and ink him up?
Fuck, man. In all seriousness, I'd look at him, I'd go, that's a good idea, and then he'd get a hidden penis in the tattoo.
Yeah. Good thing you didn't go to your shop. Okay, this Roxanna calling from L.A. 318's not L.A. What is that?
Oh, you're Louisiana.
Roxanna.
You made fun of my name last time, RVD.
Hey, Nikki Starr, we got 90 left on the show. It's kind of tough, isn't it?
Hello?
You better not be talking anymore, okay?
I told you we didn't have enough time.
I know. Okay, well, hey, Jeff and Shannon, do you got anything you want to plug?
Yeah, I just want to plug. I want to plug the Hardy Show, actually, man, because I pretty much took it over, and I'm like in control of that. And me and Shannon's going to be doing like a makeover to the whole site in June, and we got a lot of new, fresh ideas. We're going to try to step it up. We got a lot of creative ways to go about our episodes when we find the time. We're talking about a short itch-read movie. But anyway, the site will be made over in June, and please, anybody that hasn't seen the Hardy Show yet, check it out if you don't mind. TheHardyShow.com. I am in charge now, and the art will come into full effect hopefully in the next couple of weeks, man, and we'll get some fat episodes out there for you guys to check out.
Fuck you,
right on, Jeff.
And Bruce, what are your plugs?
I'm at the Ontario Improv tonight, and I'll be at the John Lovitz Comedy Club in Hollywood on the Universal City Walk May 27th at 10 p.m. Tickets are $15. Go to the John Lovitz Comedy site to pick up tickets. And then I'm going to...
You got anything to plug?
Yeah, man, check out my tattoo shop, man, GasChamberInkTattoo.com.
All right, cool, man. Thanks for calling in, guys. Thanks for calling in, Fonzie. We're getting cut off. Say bye, baby.
Bye, baby.
Later.
Bye, baby.
Drop that down! The whole fucking show! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! Exterminator! Exterminator! Man assassinator! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! Again, got straight to your brain! Straight to your skull crack! You get down to straight to your brain! Straight to your skull crack!